Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a 2022 Cadillac XT5 in the premium luxury trim level. So let's get right into it. So this XT5 is going to come in the beautiful crystal white tricoat, and then our interior is going to be a Kona Brown Sauvage with jet black leather interior. Looks really, really good inside and out. And then our powertrain is going to consist of a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder made with a 9-speed automatic transmission. So as we look at the back here, we have our signature Cadillac LED headlamps and taillights. So the taillights back here, open the trunk, we have a power lift gate there, and plenty of cargo space. And then we can actually remove this bar here, but this is to kind of keep your stuff in place or keep it separated. And then we can even pull this and go ahead and lock that in here. And then we have a little shade there. And then to fold the seats down, we can either pull up here and that'll fold flat, or we can pull on the back of the seat up and it'll fold flat. And then of course we can close that, hit that button there. And then as we go to the fuel filler here, we can just click that. Pretty simple. And premium fuel is recommended with this powertrain, but you can get away with just using regular. And then we have passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. Just hit that button there. And I love the badging throughout. And then we have 18-inch aluminum wheels there. Let's go around the front here. We have LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights. Of course, Cadillac signature. And I just love this grille here. This mesh looks so fantastic, especially with how it goes with the crest there. And then we have the chrome on the outskirts of the grille itself. Just a really clean look. But let's go ahead and pop this hood. And there's that 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, mostly covered up there. But next, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So from the front seat here, really good room. Even with the sunroof, I have about ½ an inch of headspace, which is still fantastic with me being 6'3", and then I have plenty of space underneath the steering wheel itself. And the seat bottom feels really good, and I still have plenty of room on either side so that my butt's not hanging over. But over here to the door panel here, I love this wood grain here. It looks really nice, feels really nice too. And then we have the aluminum on the outside there. But power door locks here, memory seating here, power windows here with the front 2 being automatic up and down. And then we have power folding mirrors, and then we have blind spot monitors in those. And of course we can lock the windows. And then we have our power mirror controls here. And once again, just really love how they did this interior. This leather feels really nice, and it just really goes with the black on the outside of the door panel here. And if we can zoom in right here, this is how we toggle that trunk from the front, and we can set it to either max open, 3/4, or we can turn it off, so if you hit that button, it won't do anything. And then of course we have a premium, I believe 14-speaker Bose system in this XT5. Over here, electronic parking brake, press down to engage and disengage, so nice and easy. And then this leather wrap steering wheel, we can heat that, but feels really, really nice. And then we have our cruise controls here, voice recognition controls here, the gap adjust for the forward collision alert, and then we even have our lane departure, lane keep assist here. And then we can toggle between our track list or radio station favorites here, volume here, and then we can go through our gauge cluster using all these controls here. But what's great about this is we also have paddle shifters instead of our audio knobs behind the steering wheel, and that's why they have the audio knobs on the front here. And then headlamp controls, we can toggle our auto high beams, windshield wiper controls, and just a quick look at that gauge cluster. Really refined look. Even though only the middle part is digital on this one, it still looks really good having the dials here, especially with the needles being illuminated. But next, let's go ahead and take a look from the other side. So the front seats here are going to be 8-way. So we have our power seat bottom, seat back, as well as the lumbar support. And just really, they feel great. They really do. Over here to our glove compartment, we have our owner's manuals and then our XM radio pamphlet there. Really like how they put this here, kind of that perforated look to go along with the wood grain and then the aluminum brush again. But let's take a look at this radio. So we get AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And then we also get wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto as well. And then we can pull up our climate controls here. And we have dual zone automatic climate controls, which we can either use from the screen here or down below. We have controls there. And then we can toggle our temperature if we want to put the auto mode on, off. And then we have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger as well. There's our backup camera. And the guidelines are nice and sleek, so they're a little skinnier than I'm used to, but as you turn the steering wheel, the lines follow you to make sure you know where you're headed. But let's take a look at this shifter here. So for the shifter, we just hit the button, pull down for drive, tap for manual, tap up for neutral, hit the button, push all the way up for reverse, and then we can press P for park. And then we have actual quick functions and knobs here for the radio if you don't want to use a touchscreen. So volume, track list, radio station, and then we can go to our phone, quick shortcut, music, quick shortcut, and then the home button, quick shortcut. And then a back button there, and then kind of like the BMWs, Audis, you have the knobs, it'll scroll through the screen like that. And then you can tap it to slide over per screen. So that's nice to have, makes you feel more luxurious. And then our key fob, lock, unlock, remote start, and then hit this 2 times to pop the trunk, and then panic button. 2 cup holders in there, and we can stow those by doing that. And then we can toggle our traction control and then our drive modes here. So we have sport, off-road, tour, and then all-wheel drive mode. Well, let's take a look at this sunroof here before we check out the center console cubby. We have one-touch tilt and sliding there for this huge panoramic sunroof. Looks really, really nice. And we can close that one touch as well. Same thing with the sunshade. So back down here, we have our center console cubby space. Wireless charger actually over here, and you can stick it in that way. And then we have a removable tray and a USB-C, a USB-A, and an SD card reader there. But take a quick look at that back seat there just so they can kind of get a feel for how it looks from up here. Just really good looking, this Kona Brown Sauvage. I love it. But next, let's go ahead and take a look from the back seat. So from the back seat here, pretty similar. I have a little less headroom actually, being 6'3", but I have a lot of room back here between the seats. So like I said, I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, and then sitting back here myself, my knees are just touching the seat a little bit, just a little jammed in there, but the back, even though it's not full leather, still feels comfortable. So I could sit back here for a minute. What's great though is I can actually lean this seat back by hitting this here, and I can kind of go back a little bit more. And then our center seat here has cup holders there. And like I said, everything for a Cadillac just feels really luxurious in here. But down here, we have our AC vents, which is always nice to have in a bigger vehicle so you don't get too hot back here. And then we have a little storage here, a little storage there, and then a USB-C and a USB-A input there for charging. But that's pretty much it for the back seat. Next, let's go ahead and take this XT5 out on the road for a quick test drive. So there's that auto stop. I just wanted to demonstrate that. But like I said in the Acadia review that I've done with the 2-liter turbo, I really like how this powertrain pulls. Even in a bigger vehicle like this, still when I put my foot into it, it's ready to go. But that was an all-wheel drive, so I'm going to put it in a sport. And specifically in this XT5, the sound I get from the motor is really, really strong. It sounds like a V8 instead of a 4-cylinder. So we're getting around 30 miles per gallon on the highway, which is what we should be expecting according to the sticker, I believe. And even with the all-wheel drive, that's really impressive. And of course, with it being a Cadillac, still a very, very smooth ride. Very easy to drive this car. After driving it a little bit on some city roads and then down the interstate, it's just very, very subtle in terms of how it handles. And people in this market are going to really like that. But while in the sport mode, I want to try out these paddle shifters, see what they're about. Very quick shifts. I don't want to give it too much throttle, but I'm pretty impressed overall with how quick the downshifts and upshifts are. And then to get it from manual mode back into auto mode without shifting it on the shifter, you just hold the right paddle there and it'll go back into automatic mode. Let me change the mode back to all-wheel drive. And you can definitely feel the pull difference, how it's pulling from all four wheels instead of just the front in your normal modes. And I don't hear a lot about the Cadillac XT5s, but especially just the way this one's set up with the 2-liter turbo, the 9-speed automatic, and the all-wheel drive, a really, really good option here. It's expensive, but for what you get, it's pretty competitive in the market, in my opinion. And this competes directly with your Audi Q5s, probably your BMW X3, X4s. And then even your Lincoln, what's the one, but I think it's the, not the Corsair, but the Nautilus. They still make that. I can't keep up, but this is a good option after driving all of those. But as we end the test drive, we're going to go ahead and just give you my final thoughts and take a look at the window sticker. So I want to thank Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this XT5 Premium Luxury today. I'll leave a link below to this vehicle on their website in the description, as well as their entire inventory as well. But let's get right into this window sticker. It's pretty hot out here. So not bad. Window sticker is $56,025, and that includes that crystal white tricoat, a $1,225 option, that grille $695, the interior $1,445. So a lot of options that you don't necessarily need if you want to count those out. And then there are your standard features as well. And I said it had a 14-speaker Bose system, but this one only has the 8-speaker. So with all that being said, definitely, if you're in the luxury market, like I said, for an Audi Q5, BMW X3, X4, something along those lines, definitely a good option because the fuel mileage is there, the luxury is there, and it's just something about a Cadillac, just really, really great looking car. And they're due for a little bit of a refresh, but still really good option in the market. So with all that being said, I want to thank you all for watching the video. Please make sure you like, comment if you have any questions or concerns, and subscribe if you like what you saw today. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next video.